Well, hello. How are you?
Hello there.
We are here, okay, once again for another episode of The Bad Batch. I am Kerwin. This is Keith. You are watching or listening to Father Son Galaxy. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, we really appreciate it. If you like this video, please always subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and like this video and leave a comment if you like. All right. Okay. So we're here to talk about The Bad Batch, episode 10, called Retrieval. Now, to be honest with you, Keith, this was a tough episode for me to watch, and I will explain why.
Please don't.
No. This was well, it was tough to watch because it involved children. It was basically, we found out who stole the Marauder, right? It was this young kid named Benni. Benni apparently works for a slaver by the name of Mako. And Mako is, he has a group of kids, working for him to find Ipsium for some reason, right? Because it's of its value.
Yes.
And he's these kids are, they're hard labor, they're not working for money or anything like that,
Yeah, and they barely get paid anything at all,
Right,
except
exactly.
what they need to get by.
Exactly.
Barely.
Right. So I just found that it was very interesting that this person, Mako, would take advantage of these children. We don't know what their background.
And that it was legal, apparently.
Well,
or maybe
legal.
The authorities don't know. I don't know. This planet's unnamed, and we don't know anything about the planet itself, let alone its legal system.
Yeah, right.
You know the funny part, though? It's like every planet has its own laws.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here's every country.
No, okay.
But it's literal planets.
Okay. All right. Well, anything goes under the rule of the Empire, right? Because the Empire is the one in control of the planets and the galaxy.
And they literally just don't care.
Yeah, they set the tone for other planets to follow.
All they want is loyalty.
Right, they want loyalty, and they're there for themselves. We already talked about Palpatine and the reason why he's there and why the Empire was formed. It's there to serve him. It's not there to serve anyone else except him.
He just wants power.
Right, exactly.
And to rule the galaxy.
Right. So the Batch eventually finds out who stole the ship. Like I said, it was a little boy named Benni. So apparently he was sending the ship back to Mako, the person who he works for, to sell it for parts and to get into Mako's good graces. Because if you do something good, Mako rewards them
with food.
Right. Apparently.
Imagine.
Now, only if you're the top earner, right?
Yeah, so basically you got to bring in like a status quo of something.
Exactly.
And then you get food.
Right.
Because that's how Mako operates.
Right. And he's taking advantage of these little kids because...
Glad he's dead.
Oh, thank you for jumping to... Okay. Oh, well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. No.
Oh, my God.
No, so he's taking advantage of these poor little kids. I think they're boys. I didn't see any other species or, any other
They were all human.
Well, they're all human, right. Exactly. And they're in competition of each other to see who becomes the top earner, who gets to eat that day, who gets a full bowl of soup rather than share a bowl with other people.
So basically, every rotation, or round as they called it,
right?
Whoever can bring in the most loot, I'm going to put it in Minecraft terms, for every day-night cycle, whoever can bring in the most stolen loot from structures can get a bowl of suspicious stew.
So these kids have to beg, borrow, and steal to make themselves look good in front of this slaver.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Mako apparently has these kids looking for Ipsium, and they find it, and apparently he tells them, he's not telling them the truth. He tells them that this Ipsium is not worth anything. So they're actually losing money than earning money, which means that he has to cut back, which is why food is scarce and these kids are not able to eat. But he's not telling the truth what he's doing is he's gluttonous. He's taking all the food for himself because you saw him in his office and he's got like 5 Big Macs on one side and he's got like like an order of fries and let's say he's got
Dad, let me give
big gulp.
Let me give you Mako's regular order.
Yes, please.
So he goes down to the Space 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And he buys 10 slushies, right? And then he buys whatever chips and candy he can get. And then he goes to McDonald's and Burger King, puts them both out of business with what he buys,
right,
which is their entire store, and then eats that for lunch. See, I kid you not. This is Mako on a normal setting.
Yeah. It
barbaric.
It was sad to see, how he's taking advantage of these kids. So that was why it was really tough for me to get through it. It's but once we get to the ending, we know there is a silver lining. But let's stop the Q&A. Let's start a Q&A. Let's talk about let's see who's in the chat and we'll see what's going on. Alex, hello.
It's appalling how
it is.
Mako enslaves the kids.
Yes.
And he has them compete with each other so they don't unite against him.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So then, it also reminded me, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, but it seems like there's always a callback to Indiana Jones. Now, I don't know, you have not seen Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
No.
Right. So I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. But the storyline is, or part of the storyline is, so Indy visits this Indian village. One of their stones, which is very valuable to the village, is stolen by this cult. Indy's job is to get this stone back.
This is the second movie.
This is the second movie, right?
The one that's not on Paramount Plus.
Is it not on Paramount Plus? I wonder why. That's interesting. Yeah.
Violence.
Well, yeah, it was a violent film.
That was
back in the day. Yeah.
If there was a PG-17 rating, that'd be it.
Yeah, right. That funny thing, they didn't even have PG-13 back then, so that was a PG movie back in 1984. So
I don't know about that.
So Indy travels to this place where he believes the stone, the Shankara stone, is located. He grabs the stone and he realizes he hears these voices of kids, in the background. It sounds like they're, being tortured. And then he finds that there is a mine shaft with all these kids. These kids were taken from their village, the village that he just left, Indy, and they're being used to look for something, but they're also being used and abused to work for this cult as slaves. So it's I don't know if it's a coincidence again, that this episode reminded me of another Indiana Jones film. It just seems coincidental. Who knows? So getting back, so now the Bad Batch, traces back to where the ship is. They find Benni. Benni says that he will work with them to get the ship back. So he and Omega go and they, try to get some information or, try to get there was a part that was missing from the ship.
Yes.
Right? And
it was like a hyperdrive.
Right, hyperdrive. Piece. So they're trying to figure out how to get the piece and put it back together. So meanwhile, now again, Benni, poor little boy, he's trying to figure out, okay, I need to eat. What do I need to do to eat? Right. So he thinks that the best thing to do is to turn it into batch, have them captured, and then that will make him look good in front of Mako, right? Mm-hmm. So that's exactly what happens. But
it didn't work the way he assumed it would, because Mako just laughs and he's like, I see top earner in your future.
In your future. Not
he
today.
Didn't even feed Mako anything.
No.
Not Mako, Benni anything.
Right.
Mako just laughed in his face.
Right. So Omega gets captured, and there's this rescue mission that Hunter and the rest of the batch performed.
Just a cool move. The swinging over the gap, New Hope style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very cool, and actually, again, it's actually taken from a scene in a Temple of Doom. One day,
but also a New Hope, because that became before
the chasm. Yes,
swinging across the reactor shaft.
That's true. Right. I always like that. That swashbuckling moment. Exactly.
That's when they always played the theme or something.
That's true. That's the heroic theme. Right.
It's like, wow.
Right.
It's funny how when you swing from a rope like Tarzan, that's like, you're a hero. But when you're doing that in public, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's something that goes back to the beginning of time. These films, like you said, Tarzan and Robin Hood, heroes swinging from a vine to save something or someone. So that's always cool to watch. So we saw that in Star Wars, saw that in Indiana Jones. We see it here in this episode. So naturally, Omega is saved.
When does Dial of Destiny come out? Like June something.
23rd, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You hope that it's coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna check it out.
Ooh, can I talk about movies for a second?
Okay. All right. We can.
Well, not right now, but at the end.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we can finish up what happens. So now the kids finally get to know the truth about Mako. They realize that they've been had.
They've been done,
right.
Bamboozled, hoodwinked.
Right.
They got played.
Right. Mako's been.
And it was so sad.
It is.
Like he was lying to these children, and he kept telling them, "Oh, the Ipsium's degraded; it won't sell for much." But when Omega and Benni hacked into the data, it showed that Ipsium was perfectly fine. Benni had been stealing. Not Benni. I keep getting Benni and Mako confused.
Yeah, that's fine.
The vowel endings.
Correct.
Mako had been stealing all the profits from them. And what he did was he kept it all for himself.
Yes, he did.
And he paid these children so little. It was like a game to him. He would just make these children work for him and pay them so little. Minimum wage. Less than minimum wage.
Right.
To make them work for him so he could sit there and feed his fat self. And eat more food.
Yes.
And then go laugh at some children and make a game out of feeding them. And being like top earner when he only gave it to one person in his inner circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of makes you angry that this person would.
It makes me infuriated.
Well, right, yeah.
It makes me very infuriated, Dad.
Right. Yeah, understood. Yeah. So this was, again, to me, a very difficult episode to watch. I get it. I understand that, the Empire are not the only evil person in the galaxy. There are people who operate just the same as the Empire. As a matter of fact, Omega had a great line at the end of the episode where she says, "The Empire is not the only threat. We've seen so many in the galaxy like Mako." And then Tech responds,
"There are many like us as well. And that is something."
And that is something. That's right. So there is a silver lining. So, let's just talk about what happened to Mako. So Mako is confronted by these kids, and they're on this,
a nice
catwalk or platform. You know what happens.
Something so easy to follow.
Yeah, you know what happens when you get on a platform.
Indiana Jones style.
And below, there's like, just pot of hot lava, hot liquid.
Just boiling.
Yes, right.
Because this is kind of a classic thing. Like, if you want to get rid of a villain without one of the characters being responsible, go grab a lava pit, my friend.
Yeah, we're just going to finish up talking about the episode. So,
and then we'll get to some Q&A.
Yeah, we will get to some Q&A, right. So Mako, again, is confronted, and he's nervous, and, he's got kids coming from one side on the platform, then another group of kids coming towards him.
So they're approaching from both sides.
They are.
So he can't get anywhere.
Right. And he slips and falls, and then goodbye, Mako. All right. So, it's he got what he deserved. I won't miss him.
Me neither.
But there is a silver lining. Now these kids realize, okay, well, I just can't trust anybody. But now they're in charge of their fate. So they
can pay each other the maximum wage. And if you notice, at the end, Benni is eating a fruit.
Yes, that's true. Right.
And then his friend Drake, he's like, "Benni, chow time."
Yeah, right. They're passing the food around that Mako kept for himself. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So if you notice, at the beginning, Benni was like scrounging for rations, and he was starting to devour that ration bar that Omega gave him.
Exactly.
But at the end, he's just freely eating fruit because he can.
Right, and he should.
Mako just starved this kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And every other kid in the mine.
Yeah. Yeah, so just to finish up, I just wanted to say that the silver lining, I feel that these kids could be the future of the rebellion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually.
They know what it's like to work under the Empire.
But the rebellion didn't really start until 14 years later.
Well, no.
I'm not saying they have to join now, but
exactly.
they definitely grow into it.
Right. They're very young kids, but you don't know what their future holds, right? So they have experienced what it's like to live and work under the Empire's regime. You know, it's unfair.
Yeah, their regime is horrible.
Right.
Oh.
It's unfair. You're not treated the way you should be. It's just, yeah, it's not good. And that's the reason why rebellions take place, you know, to combat these type of, you know, empire and military army. So I can see that these kids could become, you know, a part of the rebellion one day. So I'll look at it that way. We don't know what's going to happen to these kids, but who knows? That's how I look at it. You know, I got a happy ending from this episode.
Yes, thank goodness.
And of course,
none of them perished.
Exactly right.
Because if those children perished, I'd be like, oh, all right, Q&A.
What was that?
I just went,
okay, right.
Q&A.
So now the batch gets the Marauder back, and they take off and on to their next mission.
Into the sunset.
Okay. All right. So who do we have
Indiana
for Q&A?
Jones style.
Who do we have for Q&A?
All right. Alex, so true. It was great how they united at the end, and you're spot on that you couldn't stop their solidarity. True.
Yes. That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because these kids, they knew exactly what to do. There was a group of kids on one side and a group of kids on the other. They didn't say a word to each other. They just exchanged glances, and they knew exactly how to handle Mako. And when they closed in and the bat shot the droids,
right,
all they had to do was knock them out. And the funny thing is, Mako didn't even attack them. The kids didn't do anything. Mako just moved forward, spun around, trying to hit one of them, and fell right off.
He panicked.
Like, imagine how uncoordinated you have to be to spin while stationary and somehow lose your balance and fall off.
SSW Network, thank you. Hi, guys. How are you?
Nice Orabesh, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Read the logo.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It's let me know if you have any comments in the chat, or let's talk about it. See what you felt about this episode. What do you think the future of these kids are going to be? We don't know if we're ever going to see them again, but what do you think? Okay.
But remember those kids in The Last Jedi at the end?
Yes,
who just stared out into space. That kid who just stared out into space.
They worked in the stable, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why they never joined the rebellion, because it's just kind of like, we're going to show you this sentimental image of a child who aspires to be like a Jedi and never becomes such.
Well,
and I'm like,
that's
could have become like one of Rey Skywalker's Padawans.
Now, okay, I see SSW Network. Thank you very much. You guys rock. And then what do you guys think is the next mission for the batch? I have no idea. I know the next episode is called Metamorphosis, right? I think that's what it's called. I'm not quite sure.
Could it be that creature from the episode 4 when Fee and the batch went treasure hunting? Could it be that same creature back again?
The Godzilla-like creature?
No, not the Godzilla. That thing that was in the ship that was attacking. The one that looked like a cross between a Nexu and a raccoon.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Remember that beast the Wrecker flung out the window?
Yes, okay. All right.
That thing. Maybe it'll be back.
Okay. Well, metamorphosis is a change, right? Someone.
I know that, Dad.
Well, no, we're having a conversation.
I know.
So we're just talking about the word metamorphosis. Like it means, I guess maybe there's someone's attitude may change. Like they were this one person, and then it changes to something else.
Could it be Cody's return?
Cody. Okay.
Like,
I don't know.
Kind of getting to see Cody and Rex working together on a mission. Maybe even Echo back again. Like the three of them would be great as a trio.
Well, so apparently there's a change taking place. I don't know quite what that change is, or if it's a person that's changing, or not sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Good question. Yeah, I saw something up. It's now gone. If you could, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's talk about next week. All right. So we are very close to the start of season 3 of The Mandalorian. All right. Okay, very good. So now, starting Wednesday, March 1st, okay, we are going to start our reviews on Wednesday for The Mandalorian. Okay, so what that means that on
Oh, it's up now.
Thursdays, okay, all right. Yep,
Alex,
great questions. Yes.
Hope we get to see the Crows revolt. My takeaway is similar to Keith's point: solidarity is invaluable.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly.
Sorry, we kind of operate on a delay.
Yeah, it is a big delay seeing your
I don't know
comments,
why
so
it's
we
like a
apologize.
minute delay on our end.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's just the problem with live streams.
Okay, all right.
But
Well,
we do enjoy doing them because we get to read your comments real time, and that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, we really enjoy reading comments, so that's why we're just being patient
By the way,
to see them.
Thank you to everyone for watching and subscribing.
Mhm.
You know, all the subs you get help us on our race to 1,000 so that we can reach a milestone.
That would be that would be a milestone. So we're close. We're very close. All right. So I want to again talk about next week. All right. So we're going to be moving the Bad Batch live streams starting next Thursday, March 2nd. All right, to Thursdays. We're going to move it to Thursdays. So on Wednesdays, starting March 1st,
we'll be doing Mandalorian.
we're going to be reviewing the Mandalorian episodes. Okay, so next Wednesday is the season premiere.
So let's lay out the schedule. So today we did a Bad Batch episode, and then tomorrow we'll be doing a review of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, the new Disney Channel show.
Yep.
So we'll do that tomorrow, and then next week Wednesday will be the Mandalorian, and next week Thursday. Well, next week, Wednesday, March 1st, will be the Mandalorian.
Yes.
And then the following day, Thursday, March 2nd, will be our Bad Batch stream. And then going forward up until the end of the show, which is in about 4 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, 16 episodes altogether. Yeah, so
but the last two
episodes to go.
The last two are releasing together, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah, you got a double header.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
So we got about 5 more weeks.
5 more weeks, right? Yeah,
so,
of the Bad Batch. Yeah.
So up until that ends, we'll be reviewing The Mandalorian on Wednesdays and Bad Batch on Thursdays.
Yes, right. All right. So
that's how we're doing it.
Yes. Yeah. Again, you mentioned it. So tomorrow there's actually going to be a bonus live stream. We're going to cover.
Yeah, we're doing a bonus round for you guys.
We're going to cover Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I don't know if there are any Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur fans out there, but we're going to talk about it. So the first 6 episodes dropped on Disney Plus about a week ago. Now I understand that there was going to be 4 more episodes in March.
Yeah,
dropping on the
10.
Disney. I don't know, but
I don't know what the schedule is.
Right.
No one does.
Right. We'll have to look into it. But there's going to be 4 more episodes dropping in March on Saturdays on the Disney Channel. We don't know when they'll be dropping on Disney Plus, but
we have Disney Channel.
We do, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter what channel. We'll discuss
have a Roku.
it. We'll talk about it.
We can figure it out. I'll look it up.
Okay, all right.
I'm good with technology.
I appreciate that. Yes, you are. No, you are.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
You say you want to talk about movies. Go ahead.
So you know what I'm excited for?
What's that?
The Minecraft movie.
There's a Minecraft movie coming?
No, there isn't. Oh. And here's the funny part.
I fell for that one.
It's been in developing for 9 years. It started in 2014 when Notch made a post talking about the Minecraft movie. And I saw some news about it, which was the same thing, that it's not been coming. It was a Cam NET video. But, do you remember during 2022 when you were hearing some news about the Minecraft movie?
I did not hear any news about the Minecraft.
Because we're almost coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when it was supposed to be released.
Okay. So it was a delay because of the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do you know who the filmmakers are?
Not Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, this must be a big movie.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything about it. Okay. All right. So you don't know when it's coming out. It's going to be coming out this year, you hope?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
This year also brings a new update to Minecraft 1.20 with a whole bunch of new features. So my logic is hopefully the movie will come out before the end of the year.
Cool. Okay. All right.
That's it.
All right.
I know that was a tangent.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's go to Q&A. No, that's fine. We can go on tangents. That's okay. All right. So do we have any Q&A?
Alex,
Yes.
you'll be reviewing all 6 episodes so far for Moon Girl, right?
Yes,
we
so
will.
right. So what we're doing is tomorrow we're actually going to do one episode reviewing all six. Yeah. So it's not going to be a beat by beat review, Alex. We're just going to discuss it and talk about the themes.
It's not like our Bad Batch reviews because it's going to be in one, but expect it to be about the same length, if not more, than a live stream. About a 40 to 50-minute video.
Right. Yeah. There's some
with edits.
There's some good
to edit it down. Whatnot.
Right. Well, there's some good social commentary throughout these episodes. I think it's very, very cool to talk about.
It's a very relevant show.
It's
because it talks about issues we face.
Yeah. Not just we know,
and just social status.
Right.
Like social media is a huge part of Mean Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll cover all 6 episodes tomorrow, and then as the other 4 comes out, depending on how, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll maybe cover it one by one, or we'll cover it maybe 2 or 3. But we'll keep you posted, Alex. We don't know. It's not usual schedule. Okay. Yes. And then Sunday. All right. This is pretty big for us.
This Sunday.
Yes, this Sunday. All right. We'll put up the information. So thank you for reminding me, producer. Virtuous Con. Okay. This is it's going to be live stream. All right. It's going to be on Sunday. We are scheduled
1 o'clock, right?
I believe it's 12, right? So we're on for
is it noon.
12 noon. Yes.
12 it's noon.
Yes. Right. We're
12 noon, and we end at 1 o'clock.
Yes. Right. So we will say in the details. We'll put the information
in our community page.
In the community page, we'll put it in the description. But we ask if you can join us on Sunday, this coming Sunday, for Virtuous Con. Okay, so I'm excited about that. We've never been to a Virtuous Con before.
So it's all virtual, by the way.
Yes, it is. Right. Yes.
I don't know if you figured that out already, but it is all virtual.
Yes, so
is. Yeah. We'll send link details. And
so we'll be here in our studio.
Just in our pod.
It will be here in our pod. And we'll be live. So we're looking forward to that. All right. I think that is it. Is anything else we want to cover?
Nope.
Okay. All right. If there's more Q&A, we'll get to that. You can let us know, producer. But in the meantime, everyone, we will be back next Thursday for the Bad Batch. All right. That'll be episode 11. We'll talk about that.
Metamorphosis.
We'll be back tomorrow for Moon Girl. This coming Wednesday, March 1st, The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So
where can people find us?
You can find us wherever you get your podcasts if you like to listen. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fatherson Galaxy. Website, fathersongalaxy.com. Our merch store is fathersongalaxy.myexpressshop.com. And check out our Spreaker page as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, once again for tuning in and to listening to our episode. We will be back. We're going to be busy. March is going to be something else. All right.
It's going to be jumping.
We still got a few days left of February, so we'll be here. All right. So thank you once again.
Cool Beans month.
It'll be a cool beans month. All right. Thank you once again, everyone. So until next time, take care, and we will see you again.